I recently purchased a new motorcycle helmet, the Shoei GT Air. The GT Air that you see in this video is the Journey Edition. For more details on this and other Shoei GT Air models, look for the link below this video. The GT Air retails for $670, but you can find some pretty good discounts at ridergroups.com on the solid and painted versions of this helmet at the link below. This is my fourth Shoei helmet, so you can safely say that I'm a fan of their products. Shoei helmets just seem to fit me right. It does not matter which model of Shoei I pick up from the rack, I know that I can find a size large and get a perfect fit. Like any correct fitting helmet, the first couple of weeks of wearing it can be a little uncomfortable because they're a little tight until they break in. Once a Shoei breaks in though, it fits me with all day comfort. I can wear it with no pressure spots or tight spots. I encourage you to find a helmet model that fits right. It may be a Shoei, or it may be a helmet that fits a slightly rounder head shape, but it's important to find a helmet that fits the shape of your head. There are a few features that led me to purchase the Shoei GT Air, and I wanted to talk about those features and why they were important to me. The Shoei GT Air comes with a pinlock visor. If you're not familiar with the pinlock type visors, they have an insert that snaps to the inside of the visor and essentially creates a double pane glass effect for the face shield and eliminates fogging. I ride year round, and the winter full face helmets are prone to fogging. With a pinlock visor, fogging is a thing of the past. I've tried my best to get this face shield to fog up, and it just will not do it. Pinlock is the way to go if you ride in a climate that is prone to fogging up the face shield of your helmet. Another feature that really impressed me about the GT Air is this is the first full-face helmet from Shoei with the drop-down visor. In the past, I carried a tinted and a clear visor with me at all times. I often need the clear visor when I leave for work and the tinted visor when I ride home. This is now a thing of the past because there is a glove-friendly switch on the side of the helmet that allows the visor to drop down and protect my eyes from sun and road glare. I've been tempted by a few other brands that have incorporated a drop-down visor, like some of the HJC helmets, but in my testing, Shoei's done it right. For one thing, the visor drops down low enough to cover my field of view. Some of the other helmets I've tested do not drop the internal visor down far enough, and they still leave you subjected to road glare. Also, the drop-down visor in the Shoei GT Air is dark enough to do a good job of blocking the sun. Another great feature of the GT Air is it's very quiet and aerodynamic. Prior to this helmet, I wore a Shoei RF1100. While the RF1100 was a great helmet, it was not nearly as quiet as the GT Air. One of the reasons the GT Air is so quiet is that the neck roll at the bottom of the helmet fits firmly against my neck. The padding below the ears and around the back of the helmet is tight against the skin, and it virtually blocks out all wind noise from that area. On my old helmet, the RF1100, I could place one hand under the padding beneath my ear, and it would reduce the wind noise considerably. This told me that the wind noise from the RF1100 was coming from that area as wind was allowed to come in under my ear. The GT Air is also very aerodynamic. It reminds me of my old Shoei X11 helmet in that regard. Going down the road at about 70 miles per hour, it takes a bit of neck effort to do a head check. This helmet is made to point straight down the road, and when it's pointed straight down the road, it slips through the air with very little drag or buffeting. I have a couple of issues with the GT Air so far. The first thing is the GT Air is the airflow. You'd think with a name like GT Air that wouldn't be the case. While the airflow is not horrible, it's great in comparison to some other helmets I've worn. It's not as good at flowing air across the head and face as the RF1100. It makes sense that one would need to pick between airflow or noise reduction. It seems that you can't have a helmet that provides both. I'm sure that manufacturers struggle with that balance between airflow and noise reduction when they're designing a new helmet. I live in Texas, and the summer heat can get pretty brutal here. I'll reserve my final judgment on airflow until I've had a chance to ride in temperatures over 100. which should not be too far out here in Texas. Watch this post for a follow-up on airflow after the summer heat hits Texas. My second complaint with the GT Air is the way the helmet face shield is vented when you want just a small crack for additional airflow. Most helmets have a way to make a small crack in the seal at the bottom of the visor so you can get a little more wind at your face or to prevent fogging. The GT Air has a way to crack the visor open, but when you're going down the road at highway speeds at about 70 miles per hour, the force of the wind causes the visor to shut. The only other option is to open the visor to the first ratcheted position, but that offers more wind flow on my face than I want. Overall, I would say I'm very happy with this helmet. It's typical Shoei quality, it has good looks, and the fit and finish on it is top notch. Look for the link below for further details on the Shoei GT Air. Thanks for watching.